name is Michael Bakaich, founder of Iceberg Cyber. This is small events, big gains. How to use small events to get as many leads as you damn well please. Let's do it. Why am I here? I am an engineer. For the Canadians in the room, you can see my iron ring here. Yes, I'm actually a mechanical engineer. I have a tech brain. Okay, so that's going to resonate with some of you. At my last startup, I wasted $4 million and killed that business until I learned how to love sales. Sales is about solving people's problems in exchange for money. And that lesson took the death of my last business to learn. So now I make lead magnets for MSPs to connect with leads without feeling nervous, slimy, or scared. You all need leads to grow. That's not the news flash, okay? But I'm gonna show you in the next 9 minutes how to get 10 to 20 engaged connections without spending more than $2,500 so you can do it once per month, because that's the cadence that you need to do it at in order to keep your pipeline full. I'm gonna show you how to find leads, how much to pay for them, how to set up your booth, how to engage with people, and then most importantly, how to follow up. Some of you may have heard, I have done some events. This is actually my 35th event of the year since last ScaleCon. That's been 50 weeks. Some of you that I've done events with are here in the crowd. I've been trying to do one event per week. I did one on Monday, so this week I'm at 2. I've made more than 1,000 connections with prospects on behalf of my MSPs and booked hundreds of appointments, and I feel like I'm just now getting good at it. Okay, let's cover how I map out my core 4 of lead gen tactics. This is how I think about it. You got your 4 quadrants. 1 to many, 1 to 1, cold and warm. Okay, so like we heard Nate talk about this morning, 1 to many cold, you got your Facebook ads, Google ads, SEO. 1 to 1 cold, you can do the walk and knock. Philip, I just talked about an MSP that's doing some hunting on Monday with the walk and knock. You can do your cold calling, personalized direct mail. The best converter, 1 to 1 warm. Okay, the king at this castle is your referrals. Referrals, as we can all agree, that's the highest converting way to generate leads. Okay, so in that 1 to 1 warm quadrant, you also got direct messaging people that you already know, and where I like to do small events. So why not just do ads? The reason that I recommend you try these events is you all need to learn from your leads, myself included. That's why I come here to talk to you. You need to go to small events so you can see people in person and learn from your leads. Just like a stand-up comic, you need to practice different messaging so you know what gets them to engage. And you need to break through the spam barrier. Every other business is also sending them emails. So you're not just competing against other MSPs in your area, you're competing against every other B2B business that's trying to get their attention when they're sending an email. So you need to break through the spam barrier. My preference for the fastest and cheapest way to learn from the leads is to meet them in person. And that's gonna be way cheaper than spending money on ads. So let's talk about how you find events. It's not magic here. Chambers of commerce, business associations, or you fall back to Google, Eventbrite, Meetup.com. I employ one person full-time to hunt for events on behalf of my MSPs. There's a lot of legwork in it. I'm doing it across North America. You just need to do it in your local area. Start with the chambers within your driving distance. All right, let's talk about money. What's a lead worth to you? A qualified first-time appointment costs around $1,500 in Google ads. From the expert himself, Nate Freedom, he taught me about Google ads. I use that to qualify if the event's going to be good for me or not. If the registration fee is less than $250, it's probably just a casual networking event. Don't bother. You can go for free if you want, you can pay $250, but in my book, I don't bother. If the registration fee is more than $2,500, it's meant for companies that like to splurge on brand awareness. That's too expensive for me because I like doing this on a budget because I want to do it every month. So skip the expensive ones. That gives us a range between $250 and $2,500. I like golf tournaments, they cost around $500, or small trade shows for $1,500. That's the sweet spot for how much to pay. Let's get tactical. Okay, we're gonna do a booth on a budget. I would rather you spend the money on another event for more exposure instead of trinkets. We're there to meet leads, not give away free junk. Buy a big TV, get a color matching tablecloth. It does not need to be branded. Buy business cards, phone, laptop, tablet for booking meetings. Vanity tempts you to go overboard. Don't. This is how you actually meet people. Get the table out of the way. You'll see at many of these vendor booths, they have pushed the table to the side, including the Tech Pro booth. I keep pumping them because they let me store my camera bag there. The table is off to the side. Do not put the table in between you and the prospects. That is a physical barrier between you and the people you want to talk to. Get it out of the way. Stand in the aisle and smile. You have to be the first person to go out and say hi. They will not come to you. They're nervous and scared. You have to go and say hi. Channel some charisma. Do not sit at the table watching golf on your laptop. Do not complain about the foot traffic. Okay, it's doing you no good. You already spent the money. Don't complain. Be positive and go say hi to someone. And don't just go and talk to the other vendors. You're there to meet the audience, so go and talk to them. Even if you have to bother them when they're drinking coffee, go and talk to them. Let's visualize how this looks. Here are some cheap booths on a budget. Daniel is here. Backdrop. He didn't even get a tablecloth. You know, it's just a little table doily. He made all his money standing in front of this TV using his lead magnet to book meetings. It's not complicated. Here's another Red Panda system from Las Vegas. They splurged for the branded tablecloth. They don't even have a backdrop. They made all their money engaging people with a lead magnet on the television. The bigger the television, the better. Here's another, also very simple. Backdrop, tablecloth. They sat in front of the TV and they used that to engage people that walked by. And my personal favorite, the golf tournaments, branded tablecloth, Costco tent, TV. This is how you engage people. You need a hook. I like calling them lead magnets. There are 3 types of lead magnets. Reveal a problem, which is your cost calculator, your cyber risk assessment. If you want to know about a different one, you can come ask me later. You give away samples like 2 hours of free tech support, or you get a free attraction offer like you give away a password manager, you do a lunch and learn, you do a webinar. These are lead magnets. We want to attract people with something relevant both to them and us. We don't want to just give away free junk. You're only going to attract kleptomaniacs with free junk. So what's the point? You are there to make a good impression and get the contact info. No one's coming there to sign contracts. You're going to make a good impression. You're going to get the contact info. The money is in the follow-ups. I can't say that emphatically enough. You make your money in the follow-ups. That's how you turn leads into prospects. This is where your competition fails. I've been to trade shows where there's 5 MSPs. I get all the leads because they don't follow up. If you don't follow up, all this activity is vanity. You're gonna reasonably talk to 50 people during the day. You're gonna engage with 10 to 20 of them. You're gonna follow up until they book a call or go cold. Call them on the phone. Lazy salespeople send throwaway emails. You're gonna call, you're gonna walk in, you're gonna email, you're gonna call, you're gonna repeat. This is hunting and not farming. You must hunt. Okay, here's your survivor guide. You're gonna wear comfy shoes. I'm wearing my sexy shoes, but otherwise you'd see me with my very comfortable Hokas or Brooks. You're gonna wear compression socks because you need to stand on your feet for 12 hours. You're gonna have your caffeinated gum, so you're energized and you have fresh breath, and you're gonna drink some water. When it works, it looks like this. Here's Craig at a golf tournament. Super cheap, meeting people, they're all in a good mood. He gets their names, contact information, and then he puts them in his funnel and he follows up for months until they either book a meeting with him or they go cold, and then he waits and he books again, he calls them again. Here's another MSP that was so scared he was sweating through his shirt, but then he got into the groove and he started talking to people about his lead magnet, and here he's making a connection and then he follows up. Again, booking a meeting at the event. Simple. This is a table with a tablecloth and lead magnet on television. You can do this for cheap. Here's Sergey and his team booking a meeting while I'm taking the photo, and here's Esty and Kate from Wired for the Future, same thing, showing off their business cards. Okay, here's my record holder, Daniel, in the room somewhere. 7 people were using his lead magnet at the same time when I took this photo. All he needed was the TV. That's it. The rest is just frills. You can reuse them, get the biggest TV possible, and book some meetings. Now you know how to find events, how much to pay for them, how to set up your booth, how to engage with people, and how to follow up so you get as many leads as you damn well please. My mantra is do something long enough until you don't suck. I've been to 34 events this year. I want to be at a prospecting event every single week until next ScaleCon. So if you want to go hunting at small events, I will come with you. Scan this QR code, and I will come and work the event with you, or go to icebergcyber.com. Now, we're doing a Lead Gen Roadshow with Brian Gillette and I, so if you want more information like this, October, go to leadgenroadshow.com. And because I talked with many of you already, I learned how to change my tech brain into someone that loves sales from reading Alex Hormozi's book, $100 Million Offers. So if any of this material sounds decently good to you, just read it from the guy who wrote the book, because I'm just a cheaper imitation. Alex Hormozi's $100 Million Offers is how I learned how to love sales. Now go and get as many leads as you damn well please. I'm Mike Bakaish from Iceberg Cyber.